What if one of the NBA's most lethal scorers refused to evolve and watched his superstar status quietly vanish? That's the story of Carmelo Anthony, who once dropped 62 points at MSG, won a scoring title with 28.7 ppg.
From half court, Carmelo Anthony knocks it down!
And made the NBA's 75th anniversary team, but still faded from the spotlight. Was it ego, loyalty to the wrong team, or a play style that couldn't survive in a fast-changing league? Melo didn't just battle defenders. He battled time, perception, and missed chances. His story is more than stats. It's a lesson in adaptability. How does a star this big disappear without a goodbye? Stay with us as we break it all down. And if you love deep NBA stories, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.
In the hands of Anthony. Anthony for three.
Carmelo Anthony exploded into the NBA in 2003, averaging 21 points per game as a rookie and lifting a struggling Denver Nuggets team into the playoffs. He quickly became one of the league's most feared scorers with a silky mid-range game and deadly isolation skills. By 2009, he led Denver to the Western Conference Finals, and in 2013, he won the scoring title with 28.7 points per game, beating Kevin Durant. But as the NBA evolved into pace and space offenses and analytics-based shot selection, Melo's old-school approach began to feel outdated.
Drives inside, got hit, he laid it in, and it was no foul.
While other stars like LeBron adapted, Melo stuck to his game. That refusal to evolve marked the beginning of a slow decline in his superstar career. When Melo arrived in New York in 2011, fans believed they had finally found their savior. His offensive brilliance reignited Madison Square Garden, and his 62-point masterpiece in 2014 became legend. But the Knicks' dysfunction quickly drowned the hype. Inconsistent rosters, poor front office decisions, and frequent coaching changes sabotaged any real stability. Despite signing a $124 million deal, Melo couldn't lift the Knicks to true contention. Under Mike D'Antoni's fast-paced system, he resisted changing his ball-dominant style, which clashed with team dynamics. Though his stats dazzled, critics questioned his ability to lead a modern team. The city craved a unifier, but Melo delivered flash, not a formula for success. The Linsanity phenomenon in 2012 shined a light on deeper issues within the Knicks. As Jeremy Lin captured global attention, Melo's lack of enthusiasm raised serious eyebrows. Reports of locker room tension, especially with Tyson Chandler, painted Melo as someone unwilling to share the spotlight. His lukewarm support for Lin was widely interpreted as jealousy. Media narratives began to shift. Melo was now seen as a player who needed the ball and attention to thrive. That damaging perception stuck and spread. In the NBA, leadership isn't just about scoring, it's about elevating teammates and building chemistry. Melo increasingly looked like a solo act, not a true leader. That image gradually chipped away at his once solid superstar credibility and reputation. In 2014, Melo turned down a $96 million offer from the title-contending Bulls and instead re-signed with the Knicks for $124 million and a no-trade clause. Though some saw it as loyalty, critics viewed it as choosing money over rings. While stars like LeBron were sacrificing salary to win, Melo's choice reflected a desire for control over contention. The Knicks lacked a serious championship path, and this decision became symbolic of wasted prime years. Fans expected greatness but got stagnation. The move raised doubts not about his talent but his priorities. It wasn't the money that hurt his legacy, it was the message. The superstar image dimmed not from failure but from a refusal to chase something greater. By 2017, Carmelo joined Oklahoma City, forming a big three with Russell Westbrook and Paul George. The excitement quickly faded. When asked about a bench role, Melo scoffed, "Who? Me?" A moment that exposed his resistance to adaptation. His defense declined, and he became a prime target in pick-and-roll sets. The offense slowed with him on the floor, and team performance suffered. His next stop in Houston lasted just 10 games. Though he still shot efficiently, he was labeled a defensive liability and an outdated fit.
Here's Harden with a miss. Comes outside to Carmelo. Boy, that was quick.
Melo hadn't lost his scoring talent, but he had lost his place in today's faster evolving NBA. Without adaptability, his superstar tag vanished. Melo later claimed he wasn't against evolving, he just wasn't asked. "Had someone just talked to me, I would have listened," he revealed in later interviews. He felt teams excluded him from key decisions, wrongly assuming he would resist any change. Coaches made judgments without real conversations, and by the time clarity came, the damage was irreversible. Melo was labeled stubborn, uncoachable, and unwilling to adapt, a reputation that stuck like glue. In today's NBA, where communication and adaptability are crucial, his silence and passive stance were mistaken for arrogance. He never publicly championed evolution, and the league moved on without him. His downfall wasn't just about talent, it was about a broken dialogue with the modern game. In 2019, the Portland Trail Blazers gave Melo another chance, and he embraced it wholeheartedly. No longer the go-to guy, he accepted a reduced role, shot 39% from three, and earned Western Conference Player of the Week honors. For once, it wasn't about being the man, it was about fitting in and contributing efficiently. He looked humble, focused, and in sync with modern basketball systems. The shift was clear. Melo showed he could still thrive if he adjusted. Fans cheered again, appreciating this new version that prioritized team over ego. He wasn't back to superstardom, but he proved he still belonged in today's NBA. His story reminded everyone, the talent never left, only the role needed to change. Carmelo had fame, flair, and style, but never forged the deep emotional bond with fans that some legends enjoy. While stars like LeBron and Kobe connected through vulnerability and leadership, Melo's brand felt polished but distant. He had endorsements, a celebrity wife, and fashion appeal, but rarely opened up to fans on a personal level. As his performance declined, that emotional gap only widened. There were no "I've changed" arcs, no redemption stories, no raw moments. As the highlights faded, so did the affection. Superstars endure not just on talent, but on connection. Melo's image couldn't carry his legacy when the numbers stopped speaking. In the end, he faded from the culture just as much as from the court. Carmelo's career stats were spectacular, but stats don't tell the whole story. He never averaged more than 4 assists. His defense was shaky, and his on-court personality lacked the vulnerability fans connect with. Unlike Kobe's resilience or Dame's loyalty, Melo's journey felt unfinished and hard to embrace. Fans never truly witnessed his personal or professional transformation, making it harder to root for him during rough patches. His story lacked key elements: sacrifice, evolution, growth, and redemption. He didn't fail as a player, he failed to connect his greatness to a larger narrative. That missing emotional journey left fans uninvested. In a league driven by connection and story, Melo's superstar fade felt inevitable. Despite it all, Carmelo Anthony's legacy is secure. With 28,289 career points, 10 All-Star appearances, 3 Olympic gold medals, and a National Collegiate Athletic Association title, he earned his spot in the NBA's 75th anniversary team and the 2025 Hall of Fame. But the real question isn't if he was great, it's whether he could have been greater. He had the talent, the body, and the scoring tools. But greatness also requires timing, flexibility, and connection. Melo never stopped being Melo, but maybe if he had adapted sooner, listened more, and reached deeper, his story might have ended differently. His decline wasn't dramatic, it was gradual, preventable, and in the end a cautionary tale of unrealized superstar potential. Carmelo Anthony's career was a masterpiece of scoring, but a mystery of evolution. From jaw-dropping highlights to quiet exits, his decline wasn't about talent, it was about timing, adaptability, and connection. Could Melo have rewritten his legacy if he'd embraced change sooner? Was he misunderstood, or just unwilling to evolve? And what truly defines a superstar? Stats, rings, or soul? We want to hear your take. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you love stories that go beyond the box score, like, share, and subscribe, because we break down the legends like no one else. Don't miss what's coming next.